Top 10 reasons to visit New York City in 2023. First is shopping. Whether your heart is set on luxury brands, a terrific deal, or a one-of-a-kind find, New York has prices for all budgets. For high-fashion boutiques and internationally renowned stores, Fifth Avenue is the place to be. It's the city's largest and most heavily traveled thoroughfare for high fashion. Two more significant destinations are the Fashion Walk of Fame and the Garment District, which is home to exceptional fashion design. For the budget-friendly shopper, there are incredible deals all over the city in places such as the Meatpacking District, the Brooklyn Flea Market and many local malls. Second is Central Park. As New York City underwent exponential growth and became one of the largest cities in the world, plans for Central Park took shape in the 1850s. In addition to enhancing the city's natural beauty, Central Park was designed to provide city residents a taste of more rural outdoor living. When plans for the park began, the current location was distant from New York's heavily populated central neighborhoods at the time. Today, the 843-acre public park is the fifth largest in the city and is the most famous. The park boasts various playgrounds, as well as the Central Park Zoo, a swimming pool, several lakes, the famous Wallman ice rink, various sculptures, pristine pastures, and several fountains within its borders. Third is entertainment and sports. Tourists can visit the TV studios at Rockefeller Plaza and see a Broadway or off-Broadway performance. Broadway is often referred to as the Great White Way and features 39 theaters. There is a large selection of musicals from many genres to suit a variety of tastes. Even after a lifetime of travels, you would still want to return to see a Broadway play in New York, because the theaters there are so spectacular and colorful. Additionally, the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, and MLS all have their headquarters in New York City, and sports enthusiasts can see their favorite games live by going to venues like Madison Square Garden, Yankee Stadium, and Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. With a total of 11 clubs, New York has the most major league sports franchises of any city. Fourth is food. The city experienced a large influx of new eateries, which over time developed into some of the top restaurants in the country. If you explore Manhattan's side streets, you will find that there are many independent restaurants that have made themselves a home in this huge metropolis. New York has a huge array of ethnic cuisines, leading to a wide range of available food options. Its inexpensive street food is also among the best in the world. For those who cannot afford the city's upscale restaurants, New York street food vendors provide an affordable option. Fifth are landmarks. Many noteworthy landmarks may be found in New York City, including the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, and Ellis Island. Visit Times Square to witness neon and LED screens illuminate the night sky in America's entertainment district. Other trips include a trip up the Empire State Building, where you may view the New York skyline from the observation deck. Atop Lady Liberty's torch, visitors can climb the Statue of Liberty and take in the cityscape. Visitors can also get a bird's-eye perspective of New York City after ascending One World Trade Center. Additional landmarks include St. Patrick Cathedral, the Chrysler Building, the Woolworth Building, and the 9/11 Memorial. Sixth are bridges. In New York City, there are at least 789 tunnels and bridges. Numerous groups are in charge of monitoring these crossings. There are 18 of these bridges linking Manhattan to the surrounding regions. In New York, there are many bridges that are known for the architectural feats they accomplished and for their commanding skyline presence. These architectural wonders have impacted the design of numerous additional bridges constructed around the globe. When they first opened, the Brooklyn Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, George Washington Bridge, and Verrazano Narrows Bridge were the world's longest suspension bridges. Today, they are among New York's most renowned bridges. 7th are museums. The most well-known museums in New York that have beautifully curated exhibits and interactive features are the American Museum of Natural History, the Guggenheim, the Museum of Modern Art, the Brooklyn Museum, the Museum of Moving Image, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Manhattan skyline and its renowned skyscrapers are the subject of special displays at the Queens Museum, the AIA New York Center for Architecture, and the Skyscraper Museum in Battery Park City. 8th is nightlife. Nightclubs, bars, lounges, cabarets, comedy clubs, and street parties abound, serving crowds of all tastes and demographics. There are areas of the city where you can spend the night dancing in nightclubs, which are open until the early hours of the morning. Additionally, for a different nighttime experience, you can take a nighttime photography bus tour to the Hudson waterfront in New Jersey or a moonlight tourist cruise along the Hudson River into New York Harbor. From that vantage point, you can get stunning photos of the Manhattan skyline. A city bus trip that travels through iconic New York City districts and past lit monuments is also available at night. 9th are helicopter tours. Use one of the many helicopter tour companies to view New York City from the air. These trips typically take 15 minutes and range in price from $200 to $400. They deliver educational commentary throughout the brief aerial tour as they take off from the downtown heliport in New York City. You will be able to enjoy the stunning overhead views of New York's well-known skyscrapers and monuments without having to deal with the traffic and crowds on the ground below. Many of these tours often offer hotel pickup and drop-off with amenities such as a climate-controlled cabin. 10th is its diversity. New York is home to people of all cultures, ethnic backgrounds, nationalities, socioeconomic statuses, and races. The diversified population of the city has created its own regional clusters, elevating New York to the status of the cultural melting pot of the USA. Nearly 200 different languages are spoken in the city of New York, and these cultural influences may be seen and heard everywhere. Over the years, millions of immigrants have assimilated, and this is visible in the city's art, theater, cuisine, and way of life.